Tongan culture has a lot to do with thought and how we shouldn't put inappropriate thoughts into people's minds. That's part of the culture. When we raise our kids, we don't want a bad thought or an inappropriate thought to enter our daughters' minds about our sons and vice versa. We don't want an inappropriate thought to enter our sons' minds about our daughters. And so a lot of the separation happens as far as staying in certain places. Don't watch movies together. Don't listen to music together. And it may seem strict and sound too strict for, like, what are you guys doing? Like, that doesn't, now you're not going to be able to know or get to know each other. But we share rooms. So the rooms that we share in the house is the kitchen and the dining room and the living room. Other than that, we don't share any other space. All the other spaces are private. The bedrooms are private, and, they were meant to stay separate. That's how hardcore the culture is, as far as we don't even want them to think inappropriate things about each other or about other people that may involve each other. We don't want our female relatives to have an inappropriate thought about us or any of our male relatives. For instance, it's like Faikava, right? You go into a Faikava and you see your cousin To'aing. Automatically, you're not supposed to be there, or you shouldn't be there. She's To'aing. Because we know that there are inappropriate things that people can say, as far as flirting with her or whatever it is, or people just say, or cussing in front of her. That should not exist, or at least in the culture, we don't want that to happen. Just leave. If you go inside a mix and you see a cousin there, just leave, because we don't want any inappropriate vibes to be between you guys. Here in America, it's different. There's a lot of brothers and sisters that do things as far as the American culture, and there's a lot of inappropriate jokes, inappropriate things, the whole being too close or public display of affection, hugging and kissing in public, or your girlfriend or whoever sitting on your lap in front of your family or siblings or whatever, where that's just a no-no for us, because how taboo we find thought to be. We even find thought to be taboo. I've had a conversation with one of my friends as far as, and he's half Palangi. Why do we got the boys go sit in the back, the girls sit in the front? We're not going to get to know them, as well. We're not going to be close to them. I even saw an old man talk about this. Like, I don't know my sister that well. Like, how well do you need to know them? Most of the conversation, as far as family is concerned, happens in the dining room and the kitchen and the living room. That's the appropriate places to get to know each other. However you know each other in the dining room, in the kitchen, and the living room, that's the best you should be able to know each other. That's as close as you should be. And then at church, and then at school. I don't think, and the culture is pretty clear about it, and I grew up that way. As far as the house was small and there was a garage, the boys were in the garage. If the house was small, the boys were in the living room. The girls stayed in a room or with the parents in their room. Once I did understand, and he may have a valid point as far as we don't get to know our sisters that well. How well do you need to know them besides knowing them in the kitchen, dining room, and living room? That's the appropriate place to know, because you're going to read scriptures, you're going to pray together, you're going to do all that stuff together. I think that's a great way to raise kids. I raised my kids that way. Even now, my daughter's 20, she just got married. If they were to watch a movie together and something inappropriate comes on, they're all looking away, because they've always looked away. Because I've taught them that it is inappropriate. You shouldn't be in the same area, even though it's other people kissing. The culture is clear. I don't think it's too strict. I think that there are things in a lot of cultures that are getting less and less strict, where there's no line, or the line keeps moving more and more inappropriate.